Hi, I got to be in New York this week, and my sister and daughter and I went to see the musical Hamilton. And so one of the things I wanted to do is go take you to the Trinity Churchyard where Alexander Hamilton is buried, also Eliza and Angelica Schuyler. So let's see if we can find the bus and see if we can get there. Got halfway there and it had to change buses, so who knows when the next bus will be here. I'm not great at figuring out the timetable shit. Trinity Churchyard is located in Lower Manhattan, surrounded by a lot of famous places and buildings like Wall Street and the New York Stock Exchange. There's a lot of traffic and a lot of people. And when I first got there, I took some pictures from the bus and then I went down to get in line to go in. My favorite part of this whole church, though, is the stained glass window on the front. It's beautiful red colors, and you can scan the QR code and learn more about that. I kept calling it Trinity Cemetery, but since it's right beside a church, it's actually called Trinity Churchyard when you look it up on maps. This church is old and beautiful, but it's actually the third building built on this site. The first church was burned in the Great Fire of 1776, and then there was a second one that was demolished in 1839. So Alexander Hamilton would not have seen this building since he died in 1804, but he would have known the other two. Since I was there on a Sunday, I was lucky enough to be able to go inside and listen to some beautiful organ music. There are a lot of interesting facts about this property. It's purported to hold over 12,000 graves, with the oldest legible tombstone belonging to Richard Churcher, who was 5 years old and was buried here in 1681. Also, the belfry used to be where people would gather to celebrate New Year's Eve because it could play music. And it was the tallest building for a long time in the area, maybe in the whole United States. Also, Captain Kidd, who was a legitimate pirate, helped build one of the church buildings. And the community, the church pays rent to the Crown of England for 1 peppercorn a year.
Alexander Hamilton.
This is the North Churchyard. Angelica Schuyler's buried over here. Stock Exchange is right across the street.